Welcome. Episode 2.
Hello.
I see we're going to need to make some adjustments here.
Adjustment.
He
So-
told me when I started that it was right.
Yeah. Almost. How's everybody doing? It's good to be back. Last week was our pilot episode. Yeah. See if you can move over this way. Even more, even more.
There you go.
Cool. All right, I'm going to make a quick adjustment here. So if you all want to take it over.
Take it over. Take over. Hello, Facebook land.
This is like when Dave would go out of the studio and then Fred or whatever would have to like just fill time. Oh God, Fred's got to talk now. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know if Fred's got the material tonight. But that's fine. Everybody liked him, you know.
Served a purpose.
He served a purpose. He wasn't just that guy who played music, you know. He was, people really wanted to hear what he had to say.
Who's Fred?
I don't know. It seemed like a good just fill-in name
Oh, okay.
for a band leader.
All right, I got you. I still need you to, I think, slide over. Yeah.
Slide. Slide. Yeah, baby.
All right, there we go. Inside the OMG. That's where you are. That's where we are. So, why don't we kick off with a song?
Okay.
What would you all like to hear? Gonna give it a couple moments. Because usually it takes a little time. There's a little bit of a delay between us and you. Mark Vergala, what's up, man? Karen's here. Soccer mom. All right, soccer mom it is. Well, we could do a little story about soccer mom before we even play it.
Good.
Yes. Tell us the story.
So here's the story. We're going back like 10 years, and my nephews were playing soccer at the time. They were young. Maybe even longer than 10 years ago. They might be even like, I don't know, 13 years ago? Whatever. So, it's a Saturday morning, and we're on the soccer field, and we're cheering on my nephews. And we were out late Friday night, so we're pretty tired. And as we're on the sideline, we're cheering them on. I noticed there was one of the moms was there, and she was cheering her son on, and wow. Pleasing to the eye.
That's not what she said. It's just
Wow.
She was something. And I thought, oh wow, wouldn't it be funny to write a song called Soccer Mom? So went home, literally 5 minutes, this song. It took 5 minutes to write this song. And it was just ridiculous. And I thought, we'll never do this song. But let me show it to the guys, we'll see how it goes. And they started laughing. And they said, no, we should do it. So we did. And it became one of those songs that everyone, oh, soccer mom, you gotta play soccer mom, you gotta play soccer mom. So when Kelley joined the band, most of our songs do not sound like soccer mom. But Kelley was like, oh no, that's my favorite song. We have to play that. So a really good moment was we played Soccer Mom in at Lola's in Fort Worth, Texas. We were touring. This was song number 2 in the set. And I don't know if you remember what you said when we finished.
no way.
You don't remember?
No way. Why
Okay.
would I?
So we play the song. And there's a pretty decent crowd there that night. And we finish the song. Boom. Jaws are dropped. And everyone's just looking at us.
Oh, wait.
And Kelley says, "You can applaud now."
It sounds familiar.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I had to remember the venue. Yeah, it comes back to me. Yeah, didn't we have like silence after the first two songs? For,
Oh
like,
yeah, it was like, and
like-
then they realized, oh, you guys are fun.
It was weird. They were very respectful. I think that's the way to look at it.
Yeah.
Super respectful.
So that's what happened. Soccer Mom. Here we go. Let's do it. No makeup on, she doesn't even wear base. Bedroom hair falls just right on her face. Looking good, she's filling out her old jeans. She's loved by everybody on the team. She wears a Prada like a jersey. Not afraid to get a little dirty. Tries to kiss from here to there and everywhere. I don't think she's wearing any underwear. She's the bomb. I'm in love with the soccer mom. Game is on. I'm in love. She brings the snacks and oranges to every game. Sweet smile stimulates the team's flame. Shows us all how to win in life and in love. Not afraid to mix a little push and shove. With the kids that think she's sexy cool. All the dads fall for her and act a fool. And the wives are watching with the sting eye. Men are dogs, but we ain't got no alibi. She's the bomb. I'm in love with the soccer mom. The game is on. I'm in love with the soccer mom. Kids are gone. I'm in love with the soccer mom. Just clean song. Making love with the soccer mom. Hey girls, listen, I'm in love, I think. Love a wife that's fine without the bling bling. Don't get me wrong, we like it when you look good. Soccer mom is hot, now it's understood. Hey! Back in high school, she was not the one to watch. Geeky classes, grandma's babysitter crutch. 10-year reunion, no one can recall her name. And they bloom when she put outside it's all the shame. Now she's grown up, like I might go to space. Her son's friends, they picture her in red lace. She's used, fulfilling their desire. Rubbing and views, igniting my fire. She's the bomb, I'm in love with the soccer mom. See no ring, game is on. I'm in love with the soccer mom. Kids are gone. I'm in love with the soccer mom. I gotta say,
Just please don't.
soccer mom, I know you drive me crazy. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? I'm in love.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Still got it. I can still do it sitting down. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I know last week Todd was like, Kelley's got to get up.
Thanks for looking out for me, Todd. And my glutes.
Got to get up.
Gotta get up.
So we alluded to a couple stories last episode in a segment we like to call That Time.
That time.
And by the way, I was thinking of a theme song for That Time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, I got an idea. It'll be a quick little thing, kind of like, when Jimmy Fallon's doing his thing and the Roots play something.
Right.
So it would go like this. That time, that time, that time, that time. Talking about that time, that time.
It's accurate.
So let's do something with it. We can even put something thicker on it.
Pick.
That time, that time, that time, that time. Talking about that time, that time, that time, that time.
See? Just like that.
Just like that. So that time, this segment, we talked about Mammoth.
Oh, yeah, man.
You better step.
I feel like there's a couple Mammoth stories, though.
Oh, there's a few.
Oh, God.
Ones that I don't really even think I know.
Yeah.
I probably haven't heard
There's
of. It's a good segment for me.
There's an ultimate Mammoth story
Oh, see, yeah.
that we'll get to.
I definitely don't know that one.
Let's just say it has something to do with hidden doors.
Ooh. Fun. But this is a specific one. I think this is, was this the last time we went to Mammoth? Yeah, it must have been.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was.
It was the last time. So I think what had happened is we finished playing, and wasn't it the guy that wanted to play my guitar?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. So this guy, he's drunk, comes over, and he's like, "Oh, man, come on, man. I really want to play your guitar." And, yeah, come on. If you're sloppy drunk, I don't think so. I don't think that's not going to happen. So somehow, I got him off my back, and all of a sudden, he became the drummer. And he wanted to play Dee's drums. And we're packing up, and I look over at you, and it got heated really quick. Because he was just all in your face, and then he wanted to help. He wanted to be a roadie, help you out, and you were just like, man, don't touch my stuff.
So there's really we should dignify too the fact that this is over a period of like the whole night. We were doing like a 3-hour set, right?
Yeah, we were there for 3 hours.
We were doing 3-hour set.
Yep.
And like I don't really remember him during the first, but he started coming up to you. I feel like around the second or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was
and wanted
about
to play
that.
your
So it was
guitar,
like second set.
right?
Second set, yeah.
Yeah.
We finished second set, and he's brave, and he's he wants to play guitar.
And the thing is, we'll do these all night sets or like a 3-hour set. Well, we'll be there, if we're starting at like 10, we're going to be there till like 1 a.m. So sometimes it goes a little while. So by proxy of just being there late at night when people are potentially at their worst, like you get to know a lot about some of these people sometimes that you would not know stuck in an elevator for 6 hours with them. Like you just, so like, I feel like he of course he never approached me. I skated out of this one scot free, clearly, but he was just like getting closer and closer to you. So much so that he started getting more concerned for how close he was to you. Yeah. That's what I initially remember.
I was more upset about him grabbing the guitar than anything. Right. That was because once that happened, line crossed, and you know me. I don't do well with stupid, so
that can be a problem.
So I stopped becoming, the drummer, and now I'm security. Yeah. And so, gotta go.
So then, we're kind of the last bit of gear, and he's trying to help, and then I hear, "You better step! You better step!" I'm like, what the? And the guy was just like, "No, bro, give me a hug." That was the whole thing. He wanted to hug you. Give me a hug. You better step. Give me a hug. And it was just like, man, just go. Go. Yeah, that time.
And then he
said,
and then he went. Step. I didn't even see him go. He's probably dejected. He's probably crestfallen.
Yeah. Well.
Did he live up there?
Probably.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
There's a crew that lives up in like the Mammoth area, and it's
Mammoth is an interesting area because you'll find people that have been there quite a while, and it's a good escape from city life.
Everything.
And sometimes, you kind of live in a bubble, and You feel entitled to join the band, any band, every band that comes through.
I guess so. It has that like country feel to it, but it's definitely in like a city built area. You know, like it feels like you know, in terms of like grocery store and like convenience stores and restaurants, like it had that city feel to it. But the people who live there, like it is another world that they live in up there, kind of. And so it was really interesting. So I think him just being a local and probably getting a lot of reggae bands up there is my guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe more chill than us in certain ways.
Yeah, probably. You know, they're a little bit more relaxed.
You know.
Oh, yeah. Because that's the first question that's usually asked, you know, when we land somewhere. And that question usually goes to Kelley. Which, see, you might not get the drunk people.
What is that?
But he does.
What question is that?
Hey, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've turned down a lot of good offers on the road. I feel bad every time I come home.
It is pretty much... like
it's me.
One in every 2 gigs. One in every 2 cities.
It's terrible. I got a lot of places we could crash, I think, potentially, if I wanted to hit those people up.
Yeah, that could work.
I got friends in different area codes. It's good. Yeah. I forgot that he told him to step. That's right. That's all coming back to me now. Yeah. I was in a haze. I was packing up because I didn't see it. I had just heard it happen.
Right.
That's why it's so crazy to me.
Funny. So we could do, we got several that times. I mean, we have an endless amount of that times. So we could do, another one was the Ace Michaels.
Oh, wow.
That time. And this is going back to the history of how the band started. So maybe, D, you want to talk about who Ace was, and then I can...
Yeah, I'm all ears.
I can tell you...
I'm all Ace ears.
When I came into the fold, what was going on.
All right, so Ace, I was doing this gig with this cat, singer, songwriter, kind of soul, funk, rock type of thing. And so as usual, we were down a guitar player and a bass player. And so we were on the search again. And so he found a couple of cats, which happened to be Arif and Tony. And so we were doing this regular gig at the Century Club back in the day, for those of you who remember that. And so I met the guys, and we sat down and chatted. And yeah, you know, let's do this gig. It's real simple. And so, you know, did a gig. I think, maybe 1 or 2 gigs, I think, before.
I think you had a few gigs at...
No, I mean, but when you guys came, was it the one show or 2?
Maybe we had a couple.
Okay.
We had a couple.
Before we had...
Yeah. Well, I think...
Before the rehearsal.
Right. And there was...
I've never had the rehearsal with this band, so this must be really good. I've never had the rehearsal. Never.
There was also now...
We had two females, no, or one.
Okay, there was a big thing with Sony coming, and I think that was
Sony was always coming.
Okay, yeah, Sony. It's like the big lecture was we got to be on point because Sony's coming
any minute now,
and that was the thing. All right, so yes, rehearsals.
So
this is the first rehearsal with you all together.
It wasn't the first one. But
okay.
Well,
we'd been in it.
It was the first. Well, because all the other rehearsals were like on site at the gig before we hit.
That's right.
We would just kind of go through. Oh yeah, we're gonna kind of do this,
That's
do
right.
that, blah blah blah. This was like the actual rehearsal. Rented a spot.
Yeah.
Everybody came. You know, the whole 9. And so, so there were also some female background singers in the project as well. And so we were rehearsing a song, and so he wanted one of the young ladies to lead the song. And so we were like, all right, fine. And so we played the song down with her singing, and apparently it wasn't right.
Was she not right?
She was fine.
Oh,
She was fine. The band wasn't right.
Oh, we're finding the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she had her voice was real delicate.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but he wrote the song and he wanted it a particular way. Because he wanted it really aggressive and loud, and her voice was like couldn't do that, couldn't go there. So then they got in a huge argument. They were yelling at each other.
Okay.
Cuss words flying.
Oh, so she could yell though.
No.
Oh.
D and Ace got in a big argument over it. She was just she was doing the best.
Caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, she did her thing, and he was yelling at her. No, it's no good, it's no good. And then so he started arguing with Ace, just going, it doesn't make sense if she's singing the song. We got to back up the singer. It's not gonna work.
All right.
And then he, this is my band, and you're gonna do it my way. And so he was like, fine, F it, and went to town like.
What does that mean?
Like, drum solo.
Oh.
While
So before there were
He found the
before
drum
there were
yeah, you wanted it aggressive.
all the chop videos.
Yeah,
back in the day.
That's right. Drummers today on YouTube, you'll never hear a groove. You'll only hear.
So that's what I did.
That's what he did through the whole song. But up until that point, Tony and I had been through 5 drummers. We had our own project. We were trying to find a drummer, and when we joined this situation, it was like, okay, we'll just make some money and fine. And D seemed like a good guy, and he was good, but we didn't even. I mean, he was just playing simple grooves, playing the songs.
This guy's solid, man. He'll just like play.
Songs.
He'll play with a band, and then this happens.
So then he does this, and it's like John Bonham and Keith Moon all
chops
rolled up into one. It's like groove and then crazy chops. And Tony and I looked at each other and went, "He's our drummer." and so I gave him a cassette tape.
Oh, you mean those things they sell on record store day?
Yeah, they sell them again.
Yeah, they're
it's
back.
It's
they're
a big novelty item.
They're
now.
back. Unfortunately, they're back.
So I gave him a cassette tape. We had 4 or 5 songs on it, and 3 of us hooked up for a rehearsal, Tony, D, and myself, and then it was like, oh, he's the guy we've been looking for.
Did you go into that rehearsal and say, "Can you do that chop thing that you did"?
Nope. Didn't have to say anything. It was just like, hey, check this out. You might want to see what this is about. And so then we went. We did it. And I think it's kind of same situation with you. We had a Mammoth gig booked 2 weeks in advance from that moment of like, hey, you want to do this thing? Okay, there's 30 songs you're going to learn.
Oh, Lord.
So he learned 30 songs because I didn't want to do covers.
That was terrible.
Or did we do half covers then?
We did 2 covers.
Oh, what did we do?
Lenny Kravitz.
Which?
One of the ballads.
Oh, we did. 'Cause it ain't over.
No. There's another one. And then we did Shining Star.
Wow.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. And then the rest, the other 28 songs, you're like, okay, I'm learning it. And Kelley can relate. Because when Kelley joined, it was the same kind of, hey, man, we're doing this 3-set gig. It's all originals. You'll be fine.
It was terrible.
I'll be fine.
I had to learn 30 songs in 3 weeks. That's how I started in this band. That's legitimately how it went. I got it, and they were like, cool, we got a gig coming up in like 3 weeks. And I was like, cool. And they're like, yeah, we got like, it's all originals. And I was like, oh, cool, okay. And I think I was given a list. And I probably had some references to listen to it, I think to a certain degree. But I would literally just come and hear it, like at rehearsal. And I was like, okay, seems standard. I would be like 10 a week or something like that. And I was like, sure, this is great. Which is perfect to a guy like me, because I don't have time for rehearsal half the time. I just don't even need it. So it actually made me better. Kids, take this as a lesson, like, because I paid a lot of attention to what I heard. I was like, I'm only gonna do this twice because I got 8 more songs that I have to do after this right now, and I don't have time to worry about the details. I'm just gonna try to get to the gist of it, and then when I'm wrong, we will all look at each other and we'll know that I'm wrong, and we'll just move forward. And some of the best professional advice I can give everybody, I think, is just like move on when you're wrong, dude. You were wrong, just move on. But yeah, I had to do 30 songs in like 3 weeks. I remember that. I remember that gig, and just the daunting feeling of starting and being like, this is gonna feel like it's never gonna end. It's like all these songs are new. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then like 2 weeks after that, we played House of Blues.
I think so.
Yep.
I think so.
We did a House of Blues show, and it was
like 8 songs.
on
There's
fire.
A big difference, and I was like, this is a
It
lot
was
easier with 8.
on fire. And then a month later, we meet Eddie Kramer, and we're doing a song with him.
Might have been,
Yeah, it was or 2 months, whatever.
That's
But,
something like that, yeah.
yeah, that was quite a trajectory.
Right.
30 songs.
A lot of songs in this band.
That time.
Yeah, it's
Right.
good.
Ace Michaels, that time.
Thanks, Ace.
Yeah, man.
No shout outs for Ace.
That was
Yeah.
good. Oh, so to close out the Ace story, I think the next show at the Century Club, after that whole breakdown, he lays into Tony. Ace lays into Tony before we play. And he's just like, we need to be on our game. Sony's going to be here, which, like D said, that was like every show. Sony's coming. Sony never came. But Sony's going to be there because he's going to sign Ace. And Tony quit. 30 minutes before our show, he was like, I'm going home. I'm not playing. And he left. And so D and I and Ace proceeded to put together a 30-minute set. And you want to talk about, that was a long 30 minutes. Oh.
Did he play bass? Did Tony play bass?
He played bass, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did he play bass or did he play bass?
No, he played bass.
Oh,
but,
okay,
but he
okay.
quit. I'm saying, like.
No, I'm sorry. I mean Ace.
Oh,
Oh,
Ace.
no.
Oh, no.
No, he
No.
didn't
Oh,
play.
his thing. Oh, this
He
is
didn't play
great.
anything.
This is more good stuff. So,
It's a long story.
Imagine Dragons. He was Imagine Dragons before Imagine Dragons. Let me explain.
Please do.
So, Imagine Dragons, when they broke onto the scene, the singer likes to beat on a drum. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, okay.
He's got the big tom or the bass drum or whatever he's got, and he's like, that's part of his shtick. He's like beating the drum on stage, right? That was Ace. So 20 years ago, actually, Imagine Dragons ripped off Ace.
That's what I was waiting for us to get to.
That's what happened.
I saw this coming.
So during each show, he would come over and like pound on one of the floor toms, and D would just kind of whatever, like, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep playing over here, and oh man, you can stop now anytime. So he didn't play bass, so the three of us, we did a stripped down version. I played. Like, I didn't have an acoustic on me, but it was just like, okay, I'll just do clean guitar, and we all sat down, and you played like shaker.
Yeah, I had
some
I had
percussion.
some percussion stuff.
Yeah, and we made it through, but Sony didn't show,
Oh.
Yeah, it's too bad.
and that was the end of that. I don't think I did any more. I don't know if you did, or I don't even know what happened.
No,
I think I was
don't think
done.
so. No, because we went.
Then we
into
took
the-
off, and it was just
yeah.
like, okay, so for a moment he gained a bass player and a guitar player, and then a moment later he lost
everybody.
and the singers too, the
Yep.
background singers, because they were done with his shenanigans. Yeah. So that time. How about we play a song?
Let's play a song. I don't know what song.
Let's see if we got any requests. In
Play an
here
Ace
for it.
song, I think, now.
If-
in honor
if,
of him, I feel like we should.
If I could remember one.
It's just me.
Oh God.
You were playing some. Oh, I guess you were playing a cover.
No, he had originals too.
He had originals,
Right.
but,
Yeah,
but
we-
he would do covers.
Right.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in his head. It's in the back.
Yeah,
of his
I
mind.
don't know.
I, it's rattling around. In
I'm on the
He'll
spot.
remember when we're done. Watch. He'll text us like, I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Then he'll rip it off, and
Yeah.
it'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh, all right. Beth has a request.
Thanks, Beth.
This is a good one. I'm going to switch my pedal while Kelley sets up the song Boxspring.
Oh my goodness.
I will say this, tagging along to the other. So I had to learn. Yeah, I had to learn all
this was the first song.
This is terrible. So before I ever had the whole list of songs to learn, this was like he sent me like 2 or 3 tracks like as I was like auditioning basically, and this was like one. This was like the first one I remember being like this song. I think I thought this sounds important, like it's probably gonna get played a lot, so I should probably learn this one. I think I literally thought that. There was just no indicator of like this is the lead single like we got played. I was just like this one sounds relevant, or it was either like it was the easiest for me to learn. There's nothing like being the new guy in a band and having to learn someone else's lines and to try to figure it out, and you just sort of make your way around it. And so this one was a challenge at first to get my head around because I was not as adept of a bass player back when I started as I am now. But every time I can complete this song, I have a little smile in my heart because it's still hard for me. So just know that the song is still difficult for me after all these years. And it's about doing it.
I like to read. You fill my head with mystery. With every chapter, I am intrigued. Your suspense is thrilling me. Doesn't matter if I'm white bread, if it's chocolate, you bust the Boxspring. Don't matter the tailor, white toast, crack the bedpost. I think we could, think we should wake up the neighborhood. Bust the Boxspring. You are the honey I like to eat. Taste of you extra sweet. With every drop I am in need. Fill me up with ecstasy. Oh, doesn't matter if I'm white bread, if it's chocolate, you bust the Boxspring. Don't matter the tell white toast, crack the bedpost. I think we could, think we should wake up the neighbors. I love all flavors, shapes and sizes. I love all colors, black to white. Okay, you're all gonna sing along. You might as well. Whoa, 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 Doesn't matter if I'm white bread, if you're chocolate, you're chocolate,
You know it doesn't really matter, love.
don't matter to tell them. White toast,
What you say, Arif?
doesn't matter if I'm white bread. If you're chocolate, don't matter to tell them. White toast, white toast. Doesn't matter if I'm white bread, if you're chocolate, can bust the Boxspring. Don't matter to tell them. White toast, crack the bell. Doesn't matter if I'm white bread, if you're chocolate, can bust the Boxspring. Don't matter to tell them. White toast, crack the bell. Now baby, cool thing, we should wake up, baby. Was the Boxspring? Was the Boxspring? Was the Boxspring? Yeah. Was the Boxspring? All right.
Ugh.
So something else I wanted to bring up is my brother Bronco, who I think is in the chat. He co-wrote that song, and he
Yay!
sent a really great loop to me, and he wrote the chorus. And he was like, I've got this chorus, I've got this idea, and he sent it to me, and I came up with some verses, and we put it together, and then brought it to Olio, and we started doing it, and it's been a lot of fun. So that was such a cool. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put this week in the inside the OMG group. I'll put up a link to the original demo of that song that I think you heard a few years ago, and you were like, "What is this? Oh my God, yeah, yeah." So I'll put that up this week so you all can check that out. That's the original demo of the song. So cool. All right, let's see what else is going on in here.
Yo, what's going on with you guys out there in the internet?
Hey, all right, let's do some shout outs here. I see Miguel is here. Nacho.
Nacho!
What's up? That's good. Good to see Nacho. Who else is in here? So go ahead, and you've got any questions, now would be the time to put them in. So as we're...
It got tricky last week. You guys got some zingers last week.
Yeah. So as we're doing our thing, fire away with some questions.
See if we can take the heat.
And we will circle back and answer them. Something else we could do, I know we're creating this show as we go, but we could talk about this week's inspiration.
No.
Anybody inspire you this week? Anything? Any good event you heard about, or something that someone did that, like, oh man, that was good.
Nah, not in the last week.
Okay.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm
All right, something to think about.
inspired necessarily.
Something to think about.
But
We'll
decent week.
keep an eye out for next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll have something for you in that regard.
Would be the perfect time.
Adam Miller. Adam Miller has joined us. What's up, Adam? It's good to see you. Well, you're seeing us.
Yeah.
Good to see that you're in here. That's what I like. Oh, I got a good one. So, D came up with a cool list of different topics we could cover in the show. One of them being, we did a gig with, ... We've done lots of gigs with lots of different bands.
We have.
So there's some good stories with that. So what's the first one that pops into your head? A band that we played with. I got one that popped into my head, but go ahead.
He points to me. I don't have anything.
You don't have one? Okay. Do you have one?
Well, the first thing that usually pops into my head still is Austin.
Oh, that's a great one. Big Britches.
Oh, man.
That was kind of a life-changing event.
Yeah, that really is. I still think about that band every once in a while.
That's amazing.
This is like a little bit of everything. This is like a That Time story, and we played with that band.
Yeah, there you go. It's a crossover.
There was a lot going on that night.
Crossover. It was one of our first tours across the U.S.
Start with that.
First time we played in Austin. It was our first show in Austin. This was like 2013. It was August or end of July. Really hot.
It was hot. Oh, jeez.
And
hot.
we pull in. I can't remember the name of the place, but we pull in. We're setting up. We
like
do our
Scoots
thing.
or something like that.
The Scoot Inn.
Scoot
The
Inn.
Scoot Inn,
Named
or
it.
just Scoot Inn, whatever. Maybe not
think
the
it- I
Scoot
think
Inn,
that
but
was
yeah,
it.
Scoot. That's where we were.
Mhm.
So Big Britches, band of musicians from Austin. These guys like jump around. They're in 5 bands. And
This is like a Sasquatch band.
Yeah.
Because like people like no, hear me out because
Right.
I think this is a
I've
situ-
seen it.
when he gets into this story, you're gonna understand why. Like some people swear they've seen Bigfoot. Some people swear by it. Other people think it's like that has never existed. I would like it to exist, but it's never really existed. Some people like are on the fence. Like I want to believe. I just don't have enough information. This was an instance where, and I think I have like 30 seconds of footage somewhere actually, like buried in my Dropbox or somewhere. But this band to me is very much like this was like a Bigfoot sighting, and almost literally at a certain point in the story. But that's how this band makes me feel.
crazy. So we do our show, and we're done with our set. And
We played first.
Yeah, we played first.
Okay.
We played
We
first.
were the
Actually,
second
there
were a
band,
cou-
I think. Were we
yeah,
second?
Yeah, I think so. But
I
we
think
played.
so.
We played before Big
Well,
Britches.
we were before
Well, we
them.
did. That's
Yeah.
right.
It was us, and then
Wasn't the opener
look it up.
part of Big Britches too? Like it was.
could have
some of
been.
the guys?
Yeah, it could have been.
They did like a double
It
thing.
could've been.
Anyway.
So we're there for the night. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna see all the bands, and these guys start setting up, and the keyboard player, whose birthday it was, he turned 21 that night. He's wearing an all blue leather suit, all blue, like sky blue, powder blue. Suit.
So picture the Eddie Murphy red suit from I don't remember the name of the special, Dangerous or whatever.
yeah,
whatever it's
dangerous.
called.
Yeah.
Picture that, but in blue.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
like a powder blue
and a kid who's like a white kid, 5'3", with a mustache.
mustache.
Yeah, that's what we were seeing right
Mustache. Yeah, like a
With
like a Burt Reynolds mustache.
Yeah.
with the
With the-
70s chips.
here. Yes.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So that's the keyboard
Oh,
player
bro.
setting up, and then the bass player walks in,
Yeah.
and he's got on a bear suit.
Now hold on. Before. Okay, hold on. You burying the lead almost, because I think this is important. So we've toured around a bunch, and sometimes bands that you tour with like sort of like have a friend or an entourage that goes with them to help them load gear. So sometimes, ambiguously enough, if you don't know a lot about the band or like who's in the band and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to tell. Like I think they're in the band, but like I don't know. Like it could just be a friend of theirs who's here to help like sell merch and stuff like that.
Right.
So this dude, who is tall, he is like 6'5". He's tallish.
Tallish. I
He's
mean, maybe not that
tallish.
tall, but that night he just seemed really tall.
He was a monster because he's wearing and he had been walking around a little bit before he started loading gear onto the stage. And so I am fairly drunk, and And I'm just looking at this guy. It's my first time in Austin, so all I can think is like, I'm in some weird bar in muggy Austin, and some dude is like walking around in a bear suit, and I was like, this is worse than LA. That was my first thought, having grown up in LA, and I was like, I know LA people, and this guy belongs in LA. He looks ridiculous. I had no other thought about him. So he starts loading gear onto the stage, and in my mind, I'm putting disbelief in front of reality, and I'm like, he's just like a roadie. He's wearing a bear costume, like he's clearly just a friend of the band. And
how can anyone take this guy seriously?
How can anyone take him seriously? Like, they just let him in. So, like, that was, as they're loading equipment, Blue Suit and Bear are just loading it up, and I'm like, these guys are roadies. They're not in the band. It's totally fine.
So they're getting all set up.
And they're all wearing costumes at one point, eventually.
We're the three of us are just against the bar, and we're like, okay, this should be good. This is either just going to be the most entertaining thing in a bad way, which will end up being a good way, just because it's like, oh, this will be fun to just laugh about.
Right.
Because we had no idea what
I'm going to get a good laugh out of this.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Blue Suit, Bear Suit, what is this?
Whatever.
These guys start, and from note one, it was incredible. I mean,
it was the Funk Olympics.
The monster players, so good. Keyboard player, Blue Suit, he is now leaning against the wall. His back's against the wall.
He's like in a corner.
And his head is basically disconnected from his body because he's so drunk.
He is being handed drinks every interval of songs, essentially.
But I walked over and I was literally 2 feet from his keyboard watching his hands, and he didn't miss anything. He was so good, and it was just unbelievable how drunk he was. And that bass player in the bear suit, I just couldn't deal. He was so good.
So again, he looks like he's almost 7 feet tall, and he's playing bass up high and just like throwing down. And it's getting hot in there, and I'm like watching.
It's already like 95 and humid.
It's warm. It's warm in there. Yeah. And so, like, I'm watching him progressively just play, and I'm like, this dude is slaying. This dude is slaying. And I'm just like starting to lose my own mind, like in the corner, like I can't even believe what's happening. And then he just keeps going and going and going. I was like, is he ever gonna stop being amazing? And you can keep
so then this is what he does. Song number 4, Bear Suit comes off.
He's just like, it's too hot in this suit.
He takes off the bear suit, and all he's got on are these little bikini briefs.
Leopard print, if I'm not mistaken.
Leopard print bikini briefs. He's barefoot.
I remember that.
And he's still killing on bass.
Hell yeah, Will.
Yep. So, needless to say, we became huge Big Britches fans.
I am losing my mind.
Befriended the band.
Losing my mind.
And every time we go through Austin, we're always checking the calendar. Like, do you think they're playing? Do you think they're playing? We got it. And one time when we came back through, it was like we did a show, and then we ran over and we saw Big Britches.
We ran over.
Yeah.
We got in the van and ran over.
We did.
It was worth it.
So good. Big Britches, a great band from Austin, Texas.
Just
so good.
Shout out Winston.
Man.
Shout out Will.
Yep. And Brandon. Brandon is the keyboard player.
Yep.
Who has since moved out of the country and
what?
I think I know he's like smashing on accordion. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't know, man. It's like he's doing his thing, but
hey,
crazy.
Whatever
Austin, Texas. That is a crazy town. If you haven't been to Austin, it's a must visit. You gotta go.
We were driving home that night. We were crashing at a friend's house, and it was late. It was like after 1, and I'm like laying down in this house, and I called my fiance at the time. She was asleep, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to call you, and I'm safe. I'm going to bed tonight, and I know we never said we'd leave LA, but we might live in Austin at one point, and it's probably one of the best nights I ever had in my life. I'll talk to you later. I was like, it.
That was it.
That voicemail was so good, she held on to it for like 4 years after that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Until we got like new phones and lost it.
Oh no.
It was everything within me to be like, we should be here right now.
That's a good one. I didn't know that. The voicemail was saved for 4 years.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay, we got some questions in the chat group.
Question. The question is.
That's right. So, question from Alexa. Alexa had a really good question last week. Let's see what's going on for this week. How did you come up with Olio as the name of the band?
Thank you for asking.
D.
This gentleman right here.
All right.
The one who found the
name.
Word, name, thing.
So, really quick. We used to be called Vivid. Vivid. Back in the day. And there was a band.
Super duper slobberdown show.
That's another story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were on a video show, a music video show.
Oh, and we have the evidence too.
Yeah, we were on a music video show, and the host, he was like normal guy before the show, like, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna do this segment, and then we're gonna play a couple songs, do a little interview, and it'll be like great. Okay, cool. All right, 5 minutes, we're on. Okay, cool. 5 minutes go by. Lights, camera, action. All of a sudden, this guy comes out in this crazy hat. He's like
George Clinton wig, rainbow.
Like, what is this guy doing?
Big bozo glasses.
And he gives us the longest band name intro with just our band name. How does he do it? Do it again. This is so good. Hold on. Let me switch cameras for this.
Never heard this.
Let's give it up for Vivid!
And that is no exaggeration. Like, he did that. And then we went.
We were like,
it's like
should we
Eric
start?
It's like Eric Andre introduced
it was
you.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. So back when we were Vivid, that was the best. Oh.
I'm gonna need that clip. I'm gonna need.
Oh yeah, we will. We gotta find it and we'll upload it.
Oh,
all right,
yes.
all right, that's a good one.
Oh yes,
that is a good one. So we get a notice. We get notified from a band in Germany. They're on Virgin Records. They're called Vivid. They gave us a cease and desist letter. This little band from LA called Vivid. They were like, "Oh no."
That's when you know you've made it.
You must
Stop using the band name.
When
Vivid.
you're so good, people tell you to stop.
So we were like, well, now what are we gonna do? So we started thinking names, and I'm looking through the dictionary, and I don't even know how and why. It just was like, it's kind of like Steve Martin and the Jerk. Do you remember that?
The new phone books are here.
Yeah, and the guy's like, that one. So it's kind of like that.
I love that movie.
Yeah, so good. So I was like, Olio. Huh, what's that mean? Miscellaneous collection of musical or literary works. Also, hodgepodge.
Is that
also
like the
mix?
Third definition of it, or?
No, I mean that's
the
like
first
the first.
definition?
That's the first definition.
I haven't looked at a dictionary in years, so
musical or literary works. And I thought, well, we're kind of a mix of some things. How about Olio? Great. So that's how we came to be. Olio came to be. And then over the years, as we're playing, we made a guy from...
I love this story.
Finland. And he goes, Olio. Olio means creature, where I come from. I'm like, oh, all right. And, Italian, obviously, oil. So we've got oily creature.
I always lead with creature at this point, every time I tell that story.
So that was an excellent question, Alexa.
And when we get to Finland and they fit us with some gloom death metal band, I am gonna love it. I am gonna have so much Jägermeister.
Like a Cookie Monster band?
I'm not even gonna enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
All right, question number 2.
That's gonna be awesome. Question 2.
This one comes from Miko.
Miko!
What's up, Miko? Miko would like to know how you came up with the colors black and white.
Oh.
The color scheme.
That's a good
Why
question.
black and white?
These are all questions I should have asked when I started. And I didn't. I literally didn't. I was like, sure, let's play.
I was like,
I
"Here,
had songs to learn.
put on a white tie. We're going.
Oh, seriously. I was
Okay.
like, you need to get a black shirt. Like
Black shirt, white tie. We go."
Come on.
So black and white.
Well, it started
Yes.
with
Please.
Color of Music.
That's right.
For those that have that album, the cover is black and white. And when we were gigging at the time, we had a keyboard player, and we had a
That's
wrap
right. That's right.
for the keyboard stand that was also black and white.
Yep.
And Arif used to wear these black and white jeans.
Oh, I still have them.
You still have 'em?
I still have them. Yeah. It's like one leg is black, one leg is white.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where it started, but it wasn't like really like a thing. It was just kind of like, yeah, you know, kind of whatever. And then, so it started with the ties. That was the Santa Monica Pier Rusty's
Right.
Battle of the Bands
2011
thing. And so, you know, we were in this competition, and so, you know, we did our thing, and, you know, so they would give the bands notes on what they thought, you know, could help the bands out if they made it to the next, you know, round or whatever. And so at that point, you know, we kind of, I don't remember what the notes were, but they were kind of like, you know, yeah, you're good, but type stuff, which, you know, was whatever. And so we kind of talked about it, and we were like, all right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look different. We're gonna look, you know, not look like everybody else, and just, you know, the whole just wearing what you had on all day kind of thing, and looking sloppy and all that. So we're like, hey, let's just kind of dress it up a little bit, you know, because what we do is, although it's fun and high energy, but there's a little bit of sophistication to it. So we decided, all right, hey, let's wear like all black with white ties. All right, cool. Like, we weren't really thinking about it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, cool. And then we did our thing, and because at that point we were a wild card.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't.
were a wild
We
card
barely
in that.
made it to the next round.
So when we did that
It was like a
show,
pity vote.
we did
It
that
was.
show,
It was like, well.
Oh, they're so cute. Just let them in.
Yep.
and everything changed, and we ended up getting into the finals, and then of course we won the finals, and so we obviously stuck with.
So the black and white ties we're gonna stick with.
We're gonna stick with it, and
So
it did.
support
It-
your
it-
home
it-
team situation. Like, we gotta wear our jerseys
Yeah,
backwards.
That's right.
Hey.
So yeah, so it just became a really cool thing, and we noticed that, you know what, hey, yeah, it's cool because it separates us from everybody else, and then we ended up really building upon the actual brand of the white tie, and so that's what we've been doing the last few years. So if anyone has noticed, all of our merchandising now is very, I don't know how you would say it, but everything is connected in a way.
Yeah.
Through our brand, whether it's the tie or our logo, the look, anything. So, you know, everything is going towards that. So, yeah, it was a cool idea, and we're sticking with it. And that's definitely one of the first things people notice when we play. You know, obviously we you know, rock the house, but then it's like, and you guys look good. I like that. So, you know, people like it when when artists get on stage and look good.
It makes grown women respect us. Every time.
Every time.
Every time. You can see
Every
the look
time.
on their face like, they're so nicely dressed.
All the time.
These guys must be good. Yeah, they're right.
So that's kind of how that happened.
Yeah. Couple shout outs to Carlo. What's up, man?
Hello.
Good to see you here. And Anthony Perozzi. What's up?
Hi.
Welcome. So we did another hour.
We really did it.
Not bad.
We really did it.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. We gave you some that times. Gave you a couple of that times.
I can literally tell that already this will be the new harvesting ground for new music. I can see it already. As soon as he did that earlier, I was like, oh, he's going to write new songs because of this. You'll probably hear new songs for the first time on this if you rip this recording.
Yeah.
It's my guess.
Could happen.
Blackmail us or something.
All right, so let's see if there's
Not that would how it would work, but
any other questions in the group.
Can I just say
you
really
have a
quick?
question?
No, I don't have a question, but I know we're all I'm gonna break the reality wall, and I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't care about the sport, but did we see what happened with the Giants? Have we seen that?
I did not.
No, what happened?
You know they traded Odell Beckham?
What?
I did not know. Today?
Yes.
Where?
Just take a guess.
I don't want to guess.
This is terrible television.
Oh my
But
God.
if you're a football fan,
I swear, is he in New England?
no.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
This is the segment we call football talk.
It's terrible, and I know
Sports
I know it's the off season. I know people don't want to hear about football on this thing, but every once in a while it's going to come up, and if it's sports season, we're just going to talk about it. He went to a team that is frankly not at the bottom of the league, but a team that got turned around pretty miraculously by what they were doing, and he will now be playing for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I just think that's important news. I think we should talk about it, and it doesn't have to go any farther than that. But when I saw that in the car, I almost crashed on my way here. I was like, "What's happening in the world?" So yeah, I just had to get that off my chest.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is
Sports talk.
It is gonna be interesting. That's it. That's all I mostly got.
Okay.
The Lakers are a tire fire, and it is what it is. But
Yeah. It's all good.
he's so that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, we got
Okay.
Dodgers though. Dodgers are coming.
Yeah.
Dodgers are coming.
They better.
Well, we'll see.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm excited.
Be that
Yeah,
way.
got to be. Go Dodgers.
I just had to get that in. All right, that's enough sports.
All
Do
right.
like a minute of sports a week.
Yeah, that's good.
No more than that.
There's a sports segment now.
Sometimes you got to
There
talk
you go.
about sports a little bit.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's important.
That's right.
It's not really important.
No, it's important.
It's cool. Okay.
All right. Couple more comments. Jake just joined us. What's up, Jake?
What's up, man?
Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Beth says it's now baseball season, Kelley.
It's always football season. It's free agency.
All right, well, we are going to play
I'm so glad we had this time
another
together.
song, and we're coming to the end of episode number 2.
What?
So while we're playing this last song, if you want to get your last little questions in or comments,
Complaints?
no complaints.
No complaints?
No
Well,
complaints.
you can send them in, but we're not reading them.
Well, don't we? I thought we were going to set up a
Suggestion box. Yeah. Suggestion box.
Yeah, our manager reads it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
He really takes it seriously.
Excellent. So, what do you gentlemen feel like closing the night with?
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
Beth wanted to hear one thing.
Oh. All right. Let me set up my delay pedal.
Delay.
Well, we just got you more
Is
pedals.
that French for something?
Delay.
Delay.
That means
Let me-
wait.
Let me set up my delay.
It's French for wait.
Guitar players.
I am never this needy with my pedals. Never. I also don't know the settings on my pedals, but I'm never this needy. So I'll put that out there. There's less production on the streets today, too. I noticed that. Neighbors must be happy.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's more to that story.
All right, let's not. We can't tell. We can't tell.
Next week.
We had like
there's more to that story.
We had like a whole sub episode after we finished last week, and then I was like, I know what episode 3 is gonna be, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Just quick recap. They were shooting a commercial down the street on the corner, and the neighbors weren't having it. So there was just this
I think a neighbor wasn't having it.
Yeah, well, there was a couple. Oh, it is.
What if he watches? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be good. Hey, what's up?
Hello, nameless stranger. It's fine.
Everybody's
podcasting about everyone else. It's
good.
Fine.
It's all good.
It's fine.
It's all good. All right.
Podcast about me.
So this is a song called "One Thing" by request.
What's this song about?
Oh, I start this.
That you wrote.
It's like the only song I start.
Whoops. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a quick little story as kind of
I'm not wrong.
what inspired it.
Yeah.
There was a
little.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if she was little.
Well, what story are you referring to?
I don't know. What are you referring to?
Well,
I was thinking about the girl from Pasadena.
That passed me a note. That story.
Wasn't that the girl, right?
Yeah, it was a girl. So, yeah, this is good. This is good. We got a little bass going. I'm gonna set the story up.
Is she still alive?
I'm sure she is.
It's a big sure.
I don't know. We were doing a gig in Pasadena, and I like that. See that? It just went to the next level. Back to the one.
Nerd.
So there's like 3 or 4 girls sitting at a table, and we're playing. We finish, and I get handed a note from one of the girls, and the girl says to me, or in the note it says, "Exactly how married are you?" And I give it to D, and I'm like, "What do you make of this note?" Exactly how married are you? Yeah, I'm married. So, anyway.
What year was it? I don't even want to know.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So, One Thing was written kind of around this story. Simply put, I'm into you. Taste your lips would surely do amazing things. I won't lie. You're the one I can't deny. We would if we could. Believe me when I say we would feel so good. There is just one thing.
One thing.
Plainly said, you're into me. Get the point. We gotta be so discreet with an alibi. Live without, I would die. Clearly marked a tragedy. Romeo is down to one plea. Spend the night with Juliet. Risk it all, but not regret. We would if we could. Believe me when I say we would feel
perception of that song has changed now. Whole perception.
Whole perception.
Whole perception.
Whole perception.
Whole perception. Sounds like the worst Courtney Love cover band ever. Whole perception.
Whole perception. Oh my god.
That's good. Child of the 90s.
Rick has joined us. What's up, Rick?
Hi,
Who's
Rick.
now in Seattle.
Oh.
Yes.
Cold up there.
What's up, man? Glad you're here. All right, well, that could be the last song of the evening, unless, of course,
It could be.
Chip. What's up, Chip? He's back.
He's back.
Chip's back. Welcome.
Oh.
Welcome back.
What can we do to get Chip out of here?
I know he needs to be a special guest on
He
the show.
just like I've seen him just show up in LA sometimes.
That's true.
And be like, Chip will do that.
I think you just make sure it's on a Tuesday. Come on out on a Tuesday and
We're closed the rest of the days.
Good boy. Good boy.
right. So, inside the OMG. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Had fun.
looking forward to the next one.
We did it.
We did it. 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Wow.
2 in a row. Feels good. Feels good. Shared some stories, went in directions I didn't even expect, which was nice.
That's why you do it.
Yeah,
That's why you do it.
that was really cool. Well then, if that is all,
That is
any
all.
final words?
No.
Words of wisdom for the week?
We're all just
No.
reading the
No.
feed now.
No words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom
from
Words
this
of
group.
wisdom.
Wisdom.
I just blew out the mix. Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
Just cut that out right there. I know. No one's probably listening to this headphones, so that's good. I don't know. Words of wisdom?
You keep doing your
Just,
thing. I'm
listen-
setting
listen-
up
No, I'm
the
trying to think. I'm
post.
trying to think.
He's trying to
I'm trying to
do
think.
his thing.
I'm trying to think.
Director,
I'm trying to be
producer,
professional here.
cameraman.
You can't pick your family, but you can pick your designer footwear.
There it is.
Parting words?
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I was complimented on my shoes today at work. They were very comfortable. Not the shoes I'm wearing now. Don't pan down. Don't wear them. I was complimented, and I affirm it, and I take it. It shows my designer's footwear.
Nice. And with that, we will see you next week on Inside the OMG.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Have a great night. Thank you
You
so
guys.
much.
Bye.